So we're gonna be checking out some more Galacticare here. For those who missed what this was last time, I may have played one level off stream because I wasn't sure if I was gonna play it anymore, and then I felt a little guilty about it, and then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna play it anymore. Cause like I honestly wasn't sure we are gonna be playing more of it, and then it's kind of like, no, there's not a whole lot of other games I want to be playing right now, so maybe we will. The level you missed, the only big things that happened is we got a new doctor, and it was a train station. But we are gonna move forward. So I have had spoiled to me by the achievements. There's something like 10 levels to the game as far as main levels go, and then all these side ones. And it is a thing, I'm going to avoid clicking out right now, because once I click on it, we're going to get dialogue and all that. But it is a thing that when you go into these ones, each one will introduce like 1, 2, 3, however many new diseases that you'll have to like handle and facilitate. They'll introduce new species, new doctors, all these sorts of stuff. And they'll also use like the level layout to present a challenge within itself. So it is all these things. For those who are like, but I don't want levels, you can go into any one of these ones and choose sandbox, and all it is you're getting a map of a certain layout in a sandbox mode. So sandbox mode is available. I also haven't looked at the Galactic Exchange or any of that, so I got 218 of whatever this currency is, that I can unlock stuff. And I believe most of stuff here is just cosmetic kind of stuff that just gives you more options. So I don't really know one way or the other how much it matters or whatever. You do get species that as you become buddy-buddy with them, you get rewards. You do get consultants, which are doctors that follow you from place to place, and they can level up and all that. Oh, you actually... Oh, that's interesting. So, I didn't choose to take these things. I guess this one just started at level 2. Whereas this one, it says I've got 1. But I can't click. I still don't know how you select those. We'll have to check that when we're in the map. And then, to give you an idea how many diseases are in the game, there are 49 different conditions you can potentially need to cure. And where we're at in the game, I'm at 16. So we get tons of them. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just get in here. Because
I've been commissioned to help out at the Farstar station, where Visage farmers grow food for underprivileged worlds. But due to the eccentricities of the Visage language, I haven't the foggiest clue what we'll actually be doing.
But yeah, so each mission has a theme going on. So we'll have a station that's got this layout. We got 4 here. We got kind of hallways there and there. I don't know what the arrows back and forth mean, and I'm assuming that's our entrance. All right. But yeah, so it's interesting because like different aliens have like different preferences and needs and all this kind of stuff. You got to manage the different conditions, have different treatment plans and all that. There's some that require a lot more, so you got to kind of get those patients where they're needed faster versus the ones that are like less threatening. You can take more time about. And then the whole time they've got events that are just like randomly being like, all right, here's 10 more people, deal with it. And you know, like sometimes it'll be a variety of conditions, sometimes it'll be like 10 people with all the same conditions, so it'll slam one of your treatment types.
Director, what a delightful day and/or night in which to see you. I've had a moment to check our itinerary, and while a few farmers are laden with photonymph parasites, I'm not quite seeing the emergency we were warned about.
Hello, and great tragedy forever. Many friends lost already. Many others at the limits of time. Pleased to work, so their world lines stretch in our company.
I see. Yes. Well, let's see about these parasites and figure out the rest as we go, I suppose. Ms. Orion has been working on a means of detaching various kinds of parasitic blighters.
Okay. But this is one of those games that requires you to work really fast and a lot of stuff. Like, for example, this is the thing that, like, continues the story or whatever. They never, like, okay, you have to do this right now. Like, literally the game goes out its way to say, hey, you could sit on that as long as you want. They might respond negatively to it, but not in a way that's gonna, like, majorly do it, like, give you some sass or whatever. And all that. So we're gonna check it out and just move through it.
Hey, Director! Parasitology has been in the works for a while, and it's finally time to ship it. There are still a couple of issues with the doctopus misreading the subject's gut biome as a threat, and temporarily removing their digestive system. But we can iron that out later. Hope it helps. Try not to look it in the eyes.
Excellent.
I've suggested for months now that we should charge double for parasitized patients, but that's apparently considered grossly inhumane. Regardless, Ms. Orion also requests that we store the photonymphs we extract. For what reason, I'm simply not sure. We're ready to open the hospital at your command. You may also wish to bring in some of your consultants. They're raring to go.
Okay. So one of the other added bonuses is the game does have a mechanic where you will actually have oh, I see. So we're going to get more consultants, but there's going to be a restriction of only 3 consultants be permitted per place. Okay, that's a balanced decision. But yeah, you'll notice here that if you're someone who's subscribed to the channel, you'll show up in the doctor's list. And this isn't me who's chosen to like make it restricted behind subs or whatever. That's just the way the game works. That if you're subbed, you can show up on this list. We don't have any patients yet, but if you're not subbed, you can show up on this list. I believe you have to actively be participating in chat to show up on the list here, whereas for the subs, you don't. So with that said, if I haven't seen you talk in chat, I'm going to try to not mention your name, even if I end up choosing your pawn here, or your character here, just so I'm not, outing people for lurking or whatever, and that kind of thing. So if I grab your character and you're like, you didn't say my name or whatever, just say hi. It means I either think you've gone to lurk or whatever. And, I want to be respectful for people who are trying to not be like right in front center or not. Okay, so with this time, with the last level I had played, the one I did admittedly do on my own, I did learn that we want to make sure we have more space for people coming in. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh yeah. So I learned last time that it is worth having extra reception desk space. And reception desks are honestly not that expensive, so I'm going to go ahead and just do this now. Because last time I boxed myself in, I could not expand my reception easily, and my reception is being overwhelmed. Now, before we can do anything, we need diagnosis rooms, because we can't treat diseases until we know that people have them. So these rooms are relatively small. You end up making them 3x4 to satisfy the room size requirements. I'm gonna not put it there. We want diagnosis to be near the front of the place. Okay. Add that backwards. Yeah, because the doctor goes back there. Alright, and you notice here there's stuff I can add to make the room nicer. And then different people have different requirements. So one memeing thing I've been doing so far is every single room gets a giant advertisement banner inside of it. Because of course, this is just the way our economy works. We gotta advertise everywhere you go. It's just, I'll make the rules here. You just need the ads. It's just the way it goes. And then the plant people like plants, and then these people like this. And then the monkey people like they like rooms to have upgrades in them. And I'm going to immediately assume I'm going to need another one of these, and I'm going to build it right next to it. Because I can't imagine not needing 2 or more diagnoses. I only have $55,000 to work with at the beginning, so we're going to go ahead and deal with that. Very clearly in this one, we're going to have to deal with this parasite room. So you want it to be 3x4. Yes, that'll make it spacious. So parasite removal right there. I don't know how that's gonna work. That's fine. We'll figure it out when we get there. In the meantime, we need more ads. And we will need some type of decoration under this category to make them happy here. And we will need a plant. I really don't know how this room's going to work, because this thing, they're not marking it that they can't path around it, so I don't really know how that goes. Okay, so we've got that room. We are going to need our usual rooms, like the boning room, the laser surgery, and all that. So we're going to keep expanding all that. So you need 4x4. Let's not put you there. We can go for the... There we go, 3x3. Because I don't have enough room to have people move around the outside of this area. Yeah, so we're just doing our early setup, getting all these rooms set up so that when we have our doctors pop in, we're all good to go. Lol, boning room, so much. Hey, they named it that way. And you could tell there was a reason they named it that way. So, we can talk maturity or not. The fact is, it wasn't a mistake that they named it the way they named it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that's part of the room anyways. We can actually take these tiles off of the room. Because I figure out how to do that. Yeah, because I'll still make it a spacious room. Then go down to here. I'm sure it helps the decorations to shove them in a corner where they cannot be seen from the patients. It's probably fine. All I know is it does count, so not a me problem. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. Oh, exactly. It was a deliberate decision. Want to hear something that made your partner and you cry in a good way? Sure. What do you got? All right, so we need the centrifuge. 4x4 room. Alright, we can put a door on this. We'll put it on this side. Could shove this over here. I'm definitely not using the space as efficiently as I could be. But at the same time, we got these like weird cubbies back here. I honestly don't see a great way of using it anyways. But that's fine. Okay. So that's the centrifuge room. So we still need a skin lab. So you can put that there. And then we've got that. We can plunk down our advertisement here. Can I shove this? There we go. Now you can put some flowers out here. Alright, so we've got that treatment there. And next we need the projectile medicine. Okay. We've got that there. Still don't even know what that thing is, which I don't think you're supposed to know what that thing is. I think it's supposed to just be a weird thing. Alright. So then we got our projectile medicine. where they've converted a flamethrower into a medical treatment device. And honestly, I'm basically out of money. So I still need to make the Dreamarium, but I still have to put in like the basic amenities to make this hospital even functional. So we are going to need to add like a toilet pod. That'll cover that for right now. And a vending machine. Alright. You're required to provide seating. We'll need trash cans. Okay, still have to hire doctors, so we're gonna stop there. Let's see. The kid who has a bunny, her absolute favorite stuffed animal since she was born, her safety friend. When the kids started kindergarten, she had a teacher who was brand new who didn't know how to handle autistic kids that were young. Eventually, she got moved to another class, and she loved her teacher. We wouldn't let her take the bunny to school because then he'd get lost and that would be in the world. And the end of the world would happen. Gotcha. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and hire Jaywalker. So Jaywalker's gonna work in diagnosis. And we're gonna go ahead and hire you. You litter. So you're going to go ahead and do the parasite room. And with that, I am going to go ahead and open the hospital because I am broke.
Right you are. We're opening the hospital now.
The aperture dilates that life may happen further. Big kisses to you.
I have the inclination to report our client to SR.
What's SR, Heel?
Sapient Resources, Mary. Their job is to look after the company's bottom line while manipulating employees into false comfort. Not to worry, you don't qualify for their services. Our first patients have just slopped in, carrying their own glowy little passengers. Amongst these first patients are some Visage. Ms. Orion has the details on these betentacled fellows.
Okay.
Ah, the Visage! Most species have a hard time understanding their peculiar minds and visual language. But if you hang around them long enough, you'll just start to get it. They love windows and they love toilets. Windows, presumably, because they get to stare into the void with their luxurious eyes. And toilets? Well, we don't really know. They don't eat, so our best guess is that they just enjoy the lavatorial vibes.
That's weird. Let's see, yesterday was the last day of school, so everything had to come home. And that's how we learned her new teacher bought her a school bunny so she could have a safety friend at school too. That is absolutely wonderful. Alright, so with that, we still need more doctors, but I have no money. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is just get everything staffed. What is... Oh, they're complaining because they don't have windows. Look, man. There's a lot of people that have, like, strong opinions about Windows as an operating system right now. It is what it is. Oh yeah, no, those are the teachers who, like, take the time, you know, learn from their students and all that. You know, what they can do to help their students be more successful and all of that kind of stuff. So I need to wait until we get a little bit of money in here so I can get... Right now I have this room has no employee in it. Dreamarium required. I cannot help you. I want to help you, but I cannot. The kid hated her first teacher. But why on earth would you, like, put a first-year teacher in charge of a kindergarten? It's just the way some ones are. Okay, so I'm going to need a Dreamarium. You need to be 3 by 3. Let's not put it here. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna put the Dreamarium, we're gonna put it near the wall here. And do that.
Enjoy for their life now, which is now saved forever by you. And now they cannot die forever.
Director, I fear we might have somewhat oversold the effectiveness of our treatments.
Okay. So I have to wait until I have $7,000. So that way I can build the Dreamarium, because I've got people here who need treatment, and I can't give it to them because I don't have what they need. So we're trying desperately to play catch up and get everyone the treatments they need. I also need more doctors. Oh, cool. Give me those things. Thank you for the instant money. So let's go here. I need to recruit another one. I don't care what room you go to, honestly. And we'll have another doctor we need. Okay. So I've got those doctors sorted. Now I need to get decorations. Well, I need a lot of things, actually. I say I need decorations in the building. Because they will get upset if I don't have their basic needs covered. So I need to go ahead and get, like, places for them to get a bunch of this other stuff handled. We'll get some benches over here. Alright, so we've got seating, we've got toilets, we've got food. What we don't have is decorations. I also have no idea where I can and cannot put windows. This feels like some huge violation to basic privacy. They're like, okay, we have to put windows. Well, the only place I'm allowed to put windows is directly into where my patients are getting treatment. You know, it's probably okay. Alright, so that'll satisfy their needs. Meanwhile, I'm going to need to get decorations that are considered like the standard, normal, whatever. Wait, do floor decals count? Because then I have the potential of using the floor decals like mark walking paths, which isn't an actual mechanic in the game. But it would mean I'd be able to, like, have them basically wherever I need them. Since they don't actually take up physical space. Alright, so that'll be for the basics. Just gonna put a bunch of open signs everywhere.
Mittens cured now, their pain removed. Blessings to you, and small presents afforded now.
All right.
I hope you're all well.
The large friends yet.
All right. So they gave us a hollow doctor emitter. So you can put that there in the corner. That just basically means if I don't have a doctor in the room, there's like an AI doctor who's honestly pretty terrible. But it means at least the room doesn't shut down. So that's something. And then we got these teleporters that we can move people very quickly across the building. So I can have people who need diagnosis teleport to the other side of the room. So if I go and add more doctors' places here, it's fast than walking around. We also have our trade person show up.
Range of gubbins here. I'll chuck it in. Some handy
Okay.
in there.
So then he gave us things where if we have someone who's about to die, I can use that item to, you know, prevent them from dying, you know, in that moment. Alright, so let's go here. We still need... Oh, I don't have a staff lounge. That is actually a big problem. Alright. And we need a large couch. And we need decorations. We'll, of course, have advertising even in our staff room. All right. And we've got that, and I need to add seating. I do appreciate that, like, the seat, like, the stuff you need. You don't need, like, a ridiculous amount of seating. Or, sorry, not a ridiculous amount of, like, you don't need a ridiculous amount of decoration. You don't need a ridiculous amount of seating. You just need some. Alright.
Still ache with urgency for ape healing. Please immediately do the healing.
Yes, the large friends. Yes, we'll make sure to see to that pronto. Director, I don't know what we're doing here, and I'm starting to panic. Book us tickets on a tanky liner, just in case we need to abandon the proverbial ship.
Alright. So we've got all that stored. How is our hospital running for the moment?
We've got an incoming transmission from Ms. Orion. Something about these parasites we've encountered.
Great job so far, Director. The photo nymphs that have been extracted from those patients, we're gonna use them to make some photo fertilizer. Here will give you the details.
I will. Oh, yes. Yes, of course I will. Director, according to these schematics, the photonymphs need to be loaded into canisters by our wonderful parasitology demons. Once the canisters are adequately prepared, they'll be dispatched down to the farm to achieve rejuvenation of the vegetables. I'm not entirely clear how, but that's the plan. Given the large volume of incoming canisters, you may want to prioritize them in specific rooms. To do this, select a room and then add canisters as a condition priority. You can use this to keep canisters to a specific part of the hospital, or just generally make them feel more important. Director, I recommend assigning our canisters as the priority in some of our parasitology rooms. This will ensure that they're seen to as rapidly as possible. Select one of the rooms to set this up.
Look. I don't know where you want me to do that. Okay, so we're going to delete those two. I'm going to make a copy of our parasitology room, since apparently I'm going to need a lot of that, which is no shocker. Almost all levels, when they introduce a new thing, they're like, okay, now do a lot of whatever it was we just had you do. So I'm going to turn this like that, because part of the thing is I'm trying to avoid having hallways too narrow, because that's what one of the species gets upset about, is that there's just... You're bottlenecking them in too much. Yeah, so we'll just put it like that. Confirm. And we can go... Oh, you're already leveled up? So you're in diagnostics. Or no, you're not. What is... So you have no assignment. Now you do. You go to the boning chamber. It says you're assigned to the skin lab. It said the boning chamber. You know what? That's fine too. You can go to the skin lab. I don't care. Just go someplace. Alright, so we've got that set up. Meanwhile, I need to go in here and again drop in to do this stuff real fast. We can go over here for, again, try and just have the different types of decorations going on. So there's our common. We put an open sign here and an open sign there. And it takes care of that. We can go for our plants. I'll deal with the plants in just a minute, actually. We can go for our chairs, which we will be needing. Okay, now I can go for our plants, because then I have room to shove a group right there. We can go for the windows that they want. Put one there. Put one here. Put some on the back of the rooms. It's so weird to me, the idea of just like shoving windows and just letting people peer into operating rooms. Like, we're not talking like an observation room, we're just like random windows just everywhere. Okay, so you want me to set one of these to prioritize canisters. I don't... Canisters. Ah, got you. So I could also prioritize disease. That way, if I had like a disease had like 3 steps that are all next to each other, I could prioritize that. Alright. It's warning me that we got a backlog on our diagnostics that we're gonna need more. It's not super surprising. So when I get the money, I could see going back here and using that teleport to be the shortcut, add some diagnostics in the front, and then whatever other rooms I end up needing back there. That's gonna happen a lot. How is our patient's overview? We have one patient that's actually in pretty rough shape. Oh, I got Papa Monster here with some toxin addiction. You're just a little too into the energy drinks. It's understandable. It happens. Huge tomatoes underneath. Huge tomatoes. Huge something.
Our first batch of photo fertilizer is away. Its juices will hopefully nourish these odd vegetables back to health.
Okay, I know. So let's get that opened up because we are absolutely 100% going to need to expand.
Heal, the fertilizer stuff is working. The veggies are looking way better. Also, I think I heard one of the canisters reading out nuclear codes while they were on their way to the ambulance.
Oh, I'm sure they're for a country which no longer exists. Nothing to be concerned about, Maddie.
Are you sure?
Not in the slightest.
Okay, we've gone into debt
Director,
because I had to pay
I'm
my
afraid
employees.
We've gone into debt.
But we should be fine. Like, it'll only take a couple seconds till we get our next payout of just all these operating rooms and all that. Because every time we treat, like every phase we treat someone, we charge them for it. So it does slowly help out. I'm going to probably need another doctor. All right. Okay. Alright, in the meantime, we gotta wait for money. Diagnosis is definitely our bottleneck right now. We've got 8 people waiting to use diagnosis, where everywhere else the max we have is like 3. And that's with the parasitology being the one that they're very clearly throwing a lot of stuff at us. It does seem like the gist of this level is going to be around building up rejuvenation by treating a bunch of people with the parasites. So it's going to be kind of not a time limit, but the rate of progression is going to be pretty heavily controlled by that. Okay, so we've got you here. Let's duplicate this room.
Many visage with weeping stones, obscuring speech, and tentacle shakery insufficient. With love for you.
Yes, and we love you too, tentacle person, for wholly contractual and platonic reasons. Patience incoming, Director. Given the materials crusting up their eyes, I'd say it looks like a job for laser surgery.
Alright, so we've got more diagnosis rooms.
Greetings to you all.
Alright, what do you got for me?
I think I brought you the right bits. If not, it might just be bog rolls and videotapes.
Okay.
The calcified visage have arrived.
There should be enough room they could shove another operating room back there of some kind. We still have more decorations I gotta do. This time... Just gonna put an A on the wall up here. It's good enough. And we need some plants.
Catch you in the void.
And some doctors. All right.
Eel,
Yes, Medi.
why do you keep sending me messages that say increase hostility weights?
I'm making experimental updates to your AI.
Is that normal?
Yes, Medi. With the overhauls your network has had over the last decade, it's like a bowl of spaghetti in there. Don't worry, I'll sort you out.
Certainly. Okay. Well, we did get teleporter that I can plunk right here. And honestly, let's move you now to be down here. So you did get diagnosed. If you need to go into this room, you can hop over here. Actually, you know what a better place for this is? Right there. So you get diagnosed. If you need anything up in this corner, you teleport right there. Otherwise, you walk. And if you not enough diagnosis here, you teleport after reception to the other diagnosis rooms. Alright, so what do we got going on so far as our other rooms over here? Diagnosis is backlog. Laser surgery is starting to fall behind, which is not surprising considering they literally just mentioned we got a bunch of people for it. Alright. And we can go ahead and put down some advertisements in the room. We can add some whatever that is. We can go here and put some plants in the room. You want to have a window on the room, so there's your window. So that's all built. Oh, we need a trash can. We can toss that in the corner here. Okay.
Director, some of the veggies came loose from the farm and are heading straight for us.
Not at all the case, Medi. They're simply growing larger on account of our director's immaculate performance. Well, we've taken significant structural damage from the impact of tractor-sized tomatoes. Egg on my face, I suppose.
Hello. Okay, so you're assigned to laser surgery. There you go. I need another doctor. Well, we don't actually have one of the new species for doctors, so we can do that. All right. We'll put an open sign over here. We get our regular stripes going on again. Okay. I probably need more plants going on. I'm not seeing much in the way of plants, because they're going to start complaining about that. Okay. We're just putting some spots of grass on the wall. It's fine, don't worry about it. Okay, so we're expanding our hospital more. We got another person who's got a level up. You are currently working the centrifuge, so I'll make you better at doing that. I have another place that does not have a current doctor assigned to it. You'll need to eat more. It's good enough for me, honestly. Alright, how are we doing on all this? So laser surgery is still backed up, but we did just open the other one, so it's probably going to take a little while. And everything else is doing relatively fine. Diagnosis is finally caught up. We did give ourselves a lot of diagnosis rooms. So I think we're in the kind of waiting to see. So you're complaining about having to wait for a long time.
Bitter vegetable.
And you're trying to go to laser surgery. That's okay. Got people for laser surgery here and over here. All right. Is there any patients that are in danger?
Hello, Galacticare. It's me again.
We have an incursion of Laxites. I suggest swift action, Director, or the consequences will be unpleasant.
Just some bits and bobs, really. I hope none of that.
Okay, we are going to go ahead and give ourselves another Metabot.
Mary, did you read the magazine I sent you?
I'm not really interested in tractors, Heel.
Nonsense. Good grief, that torque they're getting these days.
Rave engine which spins very strongly now. The hauling happens with great efficiency now. And joy for drivers. Their loud horns also.
Oh, yes. Precisely, the horns. Well, I'll be a fellow enthusiast. I shall contact you directly.
Alright, a bunch of them are complaining. Oh, they're complaining about the toilets, not because we don't have them, because they don't have Medibots that are keeping up with them. So the toilets are getting, like, backlogged.
I'm off for a spot.
Oh, they actually, no, I take that back. They do want more toilets. Okay. Sure, we could shove a toilet over here, I guess. And over there. And where else would you like a toilet to make you happy?
Cheese.
Help me.
Director, you may want to place some toilets. I've seen the consequences of not doing so, and they are unpleasant.
Alright, and I mean, I did just place toilets, so now... Now we're just gonna wait, because I have toilets in a lot of places, I just gotta go to them. Alright, so we can craft stuff. So I'll craft one of those. To make another Metabot. So I can clean up and repair stuff. Yeah, lots of good stuff going on with this. But as you can see, like, it's not a game to take too seriously, like, where, you know, you have people who are frozen, so they get blasted with the flamethrower to fix them. You know, all the other stuff going on. The idea that people who are dealing with, like, mental health stuff, we get a, where's one? We get the Dream Lab where they have this giant nightmare mollusk removes the negative feelings from their head.
Success happening now. Ocular corrections inspire joy, and vegetable flourishing eventuates.
Okay, that's new. A critter lure. Lures critter together for easy collection. Litter tray is not provided. Okay.
for you. Bestowing now the critter lure, for then to placing. Critter's approach to its song for trivial collection.
Yeah, no, I agree. If it's definitely like, if it worked, by all means. You can put it there where it's not in the way.
Metrics on our treatments for the farm so far look really good, guys. There are still a bunch of ways we can improve it, though. I'll send Heel some ideas.
Yes. Director, we can jazz up the effectiveness of our photo-fertilizer by running the canisters through a skin lab after they've collected a photonymph sample. Make sure there are enough of each room to ensure our canisters get drenched in the appropriate slop at a regular pace. And don't forget that you can also assign canisters as the priority in your skin labs.
Okay, so we did have a patient die because they were undergoing treatment and the room had a failure. There's just like an RNG chance of that happening. Which is unfortunate, but that is what it is. That's what's going on here. Is they're being treated there and it just had a failure. So this is the skin lab, so we'll want to duplicate that. I really appreciate that they have copy paste in this game.
Blessings upon Tractor Understander. A magazine provided and returned, gently folded and known now.
Ah, the magazine. Oh, I've plenty of editions. There was a particularly interesting design for an injection pump in January's release, which...
Claps for device knowledge provided. We must attend to non-tractor matters forever now.
Ah. Yes, of course. Best of luck to you, Medi. I think the alien just ghosted me.
They're not a ghost, Heel. They're a mollusk.
Let's see, why did our rating drop when the patient died? They certainly couldn't have left a negative review. So unrealistic. And we'll prioritize canisters on this one. Alright. And how are we doing with the rest of this? So parasitology is falling behind. So we'll go ahead and get another one of those going.
Hello, it's me again. Perfect.
Oh, this is the make the game harder button. You put it down, it's just like, what if you had a bunch more patients to deal with? It's like, I'd rather not do that, actually. If you don't mind, I would rather not have a whole bunch more patients suddenly without the gradual build up so I can, you know, see the places my area's not quite ready for them at. Alright, so we've got our window. We're required to have seats for people. I need plants of some kind.
I'm off to catch up with the news.
Alright. And you are working parasitology, so let's go ahead and upgrade you. Alright. Why does heal give me lamprey vibes? Just the, not sarcastic.
Roots is on the buzzer for you, Director. Something about a bloating issue. As I have come to expect, the details are rather unclear.
There's a similar sense of humor.
We request ape help with Visage private problems. Our roots must perform the divergence, and our progeny wait in the world lines, delayed too long. Mollusk brain help, and then vibrations happen.
I'm afraid I'm rather at a loss, Director.
Heel, I think they're saying they want to visit the Dreamarium and then get shaken around in a centrifuge.
Mary, you don't know what those words mean.
Correct for the medi-machine mind. Great pain happens now. I arrive soon for and then baby to happen twice.
Everyone has gone utterly mad.
I appreciate all the chaos that is everything happening right now. So clearly I'm gonna need another centrifuge. That's the important thing of all of that is I'm gonna need another centrifuge. Alright, it's gonna be real cramped in this corner. Okay, there's our ads, because we always have to have ads. Got this thing. I need to have a plant in here that takes care of the room itself.
Our perilously bulging client has arrived, Director.
Alright, one moment. Because I need to go through real fast, not. Yeah, no, what I gathered is they need help with reproduction is what I'm gathering from that entire exchange. It's like, look, man, could we get you on board with having your skin burnt off? Because that's more our speed.
I expect they'll want to be seen to as quickly as we can.
Okay, so you are now a priority patient. Yeah, so we're calling it the Divergence.
Correct, and thank you. You are small.
So I hear.
And I need more doctors. Alright. Trying to get a grip on the gravidity of the situation.
Divergence withheld. Please to neuron separation, and then good vibrations.
Yes, I'm afraid I've little experience with the Visage life cycle. I'll ask Mary if he can find some soothing drinks for you.
And thanking you.
Alright. So you are ready to level up? Oh. Oh, okay. So this is our first person who we can actually level up their actual skills. So Ultra energy level need is always full. So basically, Ultra will never need to rest again. Perfect. That's exactly what I want in my employees. That they never, ever, ever in their entire living existence need a break. Is that too much to ask? Why can't all my employees be that good? Oh, and Twiggy's gained a level. Alright. So, I get choices now. So we provide a boost to doctors nearby. I can increase the strength or the size of the aura. I wish it would give me some level of information, like when it says increase the strength, is it 5%? Is it 50%? Is it 1,000%? Obviously, these would have different considerations. I'm gonna go with size of the aura. Okay, that's definitely a bonus. Because I feel like there's a lot of the bonuses that she gives. I just want to get as much coverage as I possibly can. Why can I not seem to get a doctor over there? Why do I have multiple places I can't seem to get doctors? Not patients, staff.
Director, a plague of noshers have come to visit our wonderful hospital and harass the pleasant patients within.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get some more Medibots.
Hello, Galacticare. Having a gander.
Okay.
Always love a good trade.
Because the Medibots will get rid of the
For
pests.
Clan Friend Assistance has re-separated proto-mines. We ache for release of small visage now. Request shaking. Request shaking. Please shake the baby now. Request apes to shake the baby.
No. That's not how you treat babies. There's lots of ethical concerns there. Obviously non-human anatomy and yada yada yada. Do not shake baby. You apparently are glitching the heck out.
Catch you later.
What I'm trying to do is edit this room really fast to put a wall there. And the reason I'm trying to do that is so they stop trying to path around it. There we go. Because it was glitching them out where they're just going back and forth. This way now they'll at least just work their way over. Okay. That is a request. That's probably why we're running into problems. There's such a narrow hallway. I was getting confused as to how to deal with it. So I needed to go in and get it so the pathing could work better. All right. Meanwhile,
A relief provided and anxiety is at the loss. Thank you for the new lines, which only now become possible now from you. The team self-sibling, to farm returning now, and to help.
A farewell to you now, briefly as strangers. To know you again with differences in time, someday. Recovered now from catastrophe, as friend to Galacticare. Grateful for them. Dr. Cora Orion, to whom speaking would happen well.
Yes, as you say.
To join to Galacticare now, to work in gratitude for Visage and Visage healing. Experience developed, shared with us unconsciously. Affected by mood, by thought. All feelings shared, in joy and suffering.
excellent. So we're getting a third empath. Our hopes absorb the emotions of nearby doctors. They'll become happy if their colleagues are happy. They'll become angry if their colleagues are angry. Okay. Age 47 seconds.
We'll prepare to perform Galacticare health operation. Grateful for you.
Okay, so we need another skin lab. You are in diagnosis, so level you up. And we'll need decorations over here. It'll need a window. Put a big A on that wall just because we can. Got some decorations there. Okay. We once again are having problems getting enough doctors. Okay. Yeah, so we're just, like, I'm keeping an eye on this just to see how things are going. Like, right now, the skin lab is the only one that's backed up the most. We're definitely going to want more teleporters to get people around.
We're seeing some spectacular results from our vegetable interventions, Director. Spiffing job so far.
Alright. Drop this on the ground to instantly call a merchant to the hospital. This item can now be crafted.
Majestic vegetables singing the hidden rhythms, providing lone horn now, whose toots open the gift sphincter to the lone world. Therefore, toot for first encounter with Bang's friend. It is correct, and for the joy.
I don't want it to open its sphincter. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want it to open its sphincter. I would rather it keeps its sphincter well
Director,
and surely
I received another update from Ms. Orion's research on the blight
not
which
open.
has struck the farm. Based on her models, we can produce 2 distinct products, and this new one will require bones as an ingredient.
So honestly, I think I need a second staff lounge. Because I don't know what's happening that I cannot seem to keep the staff. Like, I wish I could see their current energy levels and that kind of stuff to better understand what's happening with their staff. Because I'm looking around and I keep hiring staff and keep seeing open rooms. I'm like, but when is that not going to be a thing? Okay, so we got 2 more staff members. All right.
Hello there. I hope you're all well.
Bioanalysis. Increase the amount of research generated, like having a grad student sitting in the corner.
A fine invention.
I haven't made the lab yet. We've been so caught up trying to keep up with everything else, I still don't have a lab, like a research lab, and I don't have the other one. Okay. Hi, you sound like you're getting sleepy.
What's it like to be the most handsome person on the face of the planet?
I'm not.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Coming for
Okay.
Back to the dome for me, Galacticare.
Have a window facing directly into an ad, as it was meant to be. All right. May the dragons bless your dreams. Excellent. Okay, so how are we doing so far as, like, our other basic needs around this place? Oh, get the Medibot down here. And this is the research room, so I'll put the... Room cannot be upgraded. I thought that was the whole point. That's fine. Alright. So we need... Oh good, Rawbot's joining. Hey Rawbot. Go to work. Someone had to get Rawbot on to work, and we could have you work on that. There, so we've got some researchers now. I'll need to choose a research project, and that project for right now is going to be researching diseases. That's what I've been doing, honestly, in all the runs, because, like, the research on the diseases carries with you from hospital to hospital, but, when it comes to, like, researching the various machines and all that, that's per hospital. So I've been entirely motivated to just do all of the research on the things that I can carry between the hospitals.
I saw a photo nymph floating around, and it made me really mad for some reason. Did you change something?
No, Betty, nothing at all to worry about. Besides, the photo nymphs are utterly harmless unless ingested. Consider them our friends. Director, I may have accidentally revived Medi's wartime programming. Additionally, it seems a recent shipment of cork was infested with photo nymphs. They've bred in the cans and their offspring are now floating about. You can collect them to add them to our stockpile.
So many bugs. Alright. So, we are getting incredibly backlogged in diagnostics again. So, we are once again going to be duplicating our diagnostic... Not that. We are once again going to be duplicating diagnostics. And get some seating. Put a letter on the wall. Get a window. Get the common space down there. They'll take care of that. So it's another diagnostics room up and running. And Skin Lab is getting backed up again. So we're going to need more Skin Lab stuff going on. Doesn't seem that backed up. Like, it's saying that there's 8 in queue, but I've got one standing here, one just outside the door. And our Skin Lab is down here, over here. Where are you? It's up there. It says there's 3 waiting, but it doesn't really look like it's that bad. We'll wait and see what happens. Yeah, we're only processing the photo nymphs so fast. So it's not like it's a big deal for me to process them faster. It seems like it genuinely just takes a while to process, so I don't see the reason if I want to click on those things to make it go faster if we're already doing really well with it. Okay, so diagnosis is still saying, like, that's the thing, it's saying that we're, like, way behind, but then I look over here and there's literally no one in line for diagnosis. Like, these two have 6 people waiting on them, so that's understandable. So we're not going to worry about too much.
Hello, it's me again.
Tiny enemies arrive for you now, with deep fond attachment, with regret.
The racism is necessary.
I'm sure that something merely got lost in translation, Director.
It's probably okay. Alright. So why was he saying that racism was necessary and that the enemy's approach or something like that? We have giant space carrots and all that happening. Alright, why...
Around space.
Staff lounge is okay. Lightly decorated area, undecorated. Poor salary. Who here is complaining about their salary? Who here is about to get fired? No, but genuinely, I wish I could see who has poor salary and all that. Can I, like, go around and see? Look, game. I'm gonna need you to help me out here real fast. You're telling me there's a problem in my business, and you're not letting me see who is upset about their salary. I'm down to fix it, but you gotta let me know. And we'll put more couches in. See if that helps at all.
Vomitongues are stalking your hospital. It's worth getting rid of them if you want your patients to keep their food down.
Who's unhappy with their pay? So your expected is 1,000.
Director, I think I've identified the tiny enemies in question. A large group of parasitized patients have arrived, and they're infested with more...
1 second. We had one person who's being underpaid. Yeah, I do wish there was a faster way to check this.
than just photo nymphs. Our parasitology machines will be rather busy.
Okay, I'm understanding what you're telling me, is we're about to get slammed. And we need more chairs. Gonna trash can in the middle here. We will need something to decorate that.
Happy tidings to friend Orion, visage known. Gift of fondness and for your brain. Liquid vegetables provided to you now. Perform shaking before provided to mouth aperture.
I had no idea that was you. That's very kind. Fast claps for you. I think that's how it goes. Director, I should have probably analyzed this before I drank it, but I think I've just ingested an immense dose of a very potent hallucinogen.
For your brain, then more like visage brain becoming. Gladly for you.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Okay. She's apparently having her brain altered by what's effectively an energy drink that she got from them. So that's probably okay. That doesn't sound like a me problem. All right. So apparently I'm running out of staff again. Well, not running out of staff, just not having staff ready to work at a bunch of rooms. All right. So now how are my people? Lightly decorated area. So I do wish if I could have a request to the devs that I can click on that and it'll tell me what area it's complaining about. Because I'm not really sure. Okay, so I've got the walking paths all the way through the place now. And these are common decorations, or ordinary, or whatever they call them. And we've got plant stuff all over the place, and... got windows and all that. Yeah. Yes, there's one place where it's like hospital rating, the throughput it's like are okay, the finances are okay. Everything else is very happy. Alright. So the skin lab and the boning chamber seem to be my bottlenecks now. So what we're probably going to need to do is open up a new area. Because I only have the one boning chamber. So I definitely want a teleporter here. Because I'm going to do immediately is I'm going to drop the teleporter right here. At the entrance to this area for anyone we have to have over here. And we need to make another...
Your good works happen, and smiling happens thereafter. With apologies for friend Cora, whose mind struggles with its newness.
Alright, so we got a holodoc.
Great job with the fertilizer so far, Director. Jazz hands shaking now. Hey, is the hospital crooked? I can't see straight lines. I'm going to take something for the nausea and sit in the shower for regeneration occurrence.
Right then. Back to the road for me.
Okay.
Hi, Director. I hope you're real. The fertilizer can be boosted by shaking. Centrifuge shaking. Everything ought to be shaken. Milkshakes, thick shakes, fruit juice, coffee, maximetaphine, ayahuasca. It's all better shaken.
Okay. Get help. Get much help. But not here at the hospital. I don't want to be responsible for it. Alright, so we've got that. We need a vending machine over here. We've got that. I'm just gonna plunk the trash can right here in the middle of the floor. I still need decorations. I'm gonna make this B. She's having an experience. Probably not the kind of experience she should be having, but she is, in fact, having an experience. Alright, meanwhile, let's go to our rooms now. So, dear goodness parasitology, what happened that We went from everything was managed to be, well, to now we're like 20-something behind. Okay. And I need to move the door. You can go to plants. And I will need chairs. And windows. And plants. We can add more of the stripes on the floor. We'll need more staff for these rooms. Okay. Hey, it's Infinity Simplex. Welcome to helping out. And pretty big oof. Alright. So we're increasing our throughput and how many of these we can handle. I'm glad I got the teleporters here. How's reception doing? It's probably okay. We're saying we have an unreasonably long line at parasitology. Parasitology, however you say that. It's probably fine. There's probably nothing to be worried about, unless there is, at which point we probably should.
Director, I don't know how to explain this, but every time I fix a vending machine, it tastes like tractors.
I'll take this one, Director. Mary, I've been borrowing some of your cycles to process a design for the most powerful traction engine possible. Your mild synesthesia is perfectly normal.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, the doctor's having fun too. It's like, okay. No, the thing was she just was given that drink and just immediately guzzled it down. It's like, wait a second. Alright, so we're at like 4.25 stars. I have one lightly decorated area complaint, which doesn't help me. One AI experimenting on another, just normal things? Yeah. Alright, so let's craft. Money, 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 money. Because these things I'm making mean I get paid more for anyone who's treated in that room. Or a really, really bad day. I mean, supposedly it's warping the way she thinks about the world to be more aligned with another species. And pretty quickly she's like, I have made a terrible mistake. And is always just dealing now. There's such an incredibly long line for these ones here. Like, being the warnings, but there's more rooms available for them. Skin Lab is also completely and utterly backlogged. I understand. Not sure I'm gonna put this back area to use, but we'll figure it out. Actually, I already know. We're just gonna go ahead and do this. I think you fit over there? Alright, so there's some more of that. You can upgrade to be better at your job. And we can go ahead and drop seating over here. Put a giant bay window over here. And go ahead and plunk you there. And you here. And let's see about... Yeah, so the vending machines and that don't quite reach over here. So I'll put a vending machine here. And a toilet here. And a trash can.
Galacticare.
Alright, 1 second. What do you...
Looking. Ooh, it's payday.
Okay, now I just need to put the stripes in the ground. The stripes vaguely feel like something you would actually see in a large building where they're trying to guide you around. Just like having the stripes in like the main corridors and everything. Like on the ground it'd be like, you know, ops that way.
Now expressed in the bare flesh of space friends. They come to you for medical taps and death. Is then avoided.
Well, this is odd. It looks like the next wave of patients have been involved in an industrial accident, rather similar to what affected Dorian Salazar's workers back during your orientation. I don't suppose it's out of the question that he could be involved in the farm's troubles somehow. I'll do some digging, Director.
Okay. Hey, look, Ianx here, getting treated. You are getting treated by for a glub bite.
Heal?
Yes, ma'am.
200 Leonard Moons within hospital now?
Not that I can see, ma'am.
Vegetable rejuvenation
Well, it's all going rather well. It seems your knack for chemistry prevails again, Miss Orion.
Lettuce is libertarian. Figs are fascist.
Yes, quite so, ma'am. I do enjoy a fine bit of alliteration. We're doomed.
Apparently figs are bad people. Who knew? Alright. I see pests. Where? It's not those. There's probably like one bug wandering around and everyone's like, I see it. Okay. So we still need more skin labs. Okay, but seriously, you might want to take use of that nightmare clam thing. Yeah. Or other treatment process.
The patients with industrial injuries are arriving now. I asked Ms. Orion to have a cursory glance at the chemical signatures of our patients' coatings, but, well...
Dancing boy salad.
One moment.
Azar, playing checkers with void gods. He moseys towards his termination.
Quite. Not much luck, I'm afraid, Director. Director, we've been visited by electromagnetic pests. Unless taken care of, they'll make mincemeat of our precious canisters. They also seem to have Salazar printed on them. Just a moment.
Mushy mushy, butler boy. For what reason are you out the pleasure?
Stole my line. We have some EM pests here, and they just so happen to have your branding on them.
Listen well, you silicon trollop. If a peasant prints my name on our secret space weapons over my comments on the topology of his mother, he'll be going in the device. Now, I have a jackal's age to break in. Goodbye.
Well, I'm happy to take that as a formal confession if you are, Director.
So, should I blast them?
Yes, ready. Kill.
Hey, Heel. I just zapped one of those electro pests and I think I got a flashback to something really, really bad happening. Is that normal?
Oh, that's simply a scene from a holo film I watched recently. I've been experimenting with uploading my experiences to you. Nothing to fear.
Oh, okay. Sounds normal. Thanks.
Yes, you're welcome.
Poor Medi. Okay, we've got some of the craftium stuff. Let's make some of the bug collector, whatever they're called. It's not the cleanliest. Pest traps. Alright, so craft. I can make one. Excellent. That's clearly exactly what I needed. So I'll cover the front of the building.
Accomplishments in both the past and the future. Farm recovery progression is juicy. A button for you.
Cool.
Things are no longer real. The deep being appreciates your fertilizer work. Big veg for helping many people soon. Carrots are communists.
Thanks. I didn't realize carrots had such strong fiscal policy decisions.
Galacticare, it's
Director, I've received an additional formula from Ms. Orion, and apparently we should set our turbo bone meal canisters on fire. Projectile medicine should add the additional heat we need, I suppose. We don't have anything else that could serve as a flamethrower unless we're willing to declare ourselves an independent state.
Okay. Let's see. So we need... Alright, so I can't quite fit it down there. But I do have space up here. Projectile medicine. Alright, we need to add some decorations. And by adding decorations, I mean cram them in the back where no one could possibly see them. That's perfect. Just as intended. And there's seating right there.
Incoming vegetables provided for all and joyous now. Respectfully embracing you. As not required.
With appreciation for Visage, requesting now Visage help with devil elimination.
Consider peacefully a polite vegetable, growing large. The joy provided for gazing, and
catch you in the void.
mouthful.
Carrots are communists.
Yes, and also consider reduction Visage gift intensity. With GABA agonist, with care for you.
This whole mission has been so incredibly weird. Alright. No, we're not gonna take the sociopath or psychopath that actively hurts people as we treat them. Alright, how are we doing on our rooms? I need more skin labs. I need more boning chambers. I need more parasitology. Even though, like I said, I keep seeing these, and they keep only having, like, just a couple people here. What am I hearing? Yes, so we've got such a backlog in so many buildings. Alright. It doesn't really seem like... Yeah, so we need a... So the boning chambers I don't have more of. And I also need more staff.
Many visage coming now for jolly Galacticare reputation. Divergence required, and therefore to the shaking. Please provide shaking.
Ah, more visage undergoing a belated divergence. I'll whisper gentle words of encouragement to the staff working our centrifuges.
Alright. I'm actually looking forward to the next mission. This one's just been weird. Where is our emergency patient person? Or is it just we have people who want divergence in general now, not a VIP? I'm guessing no VIP. This game looks fun. Oh, it's excellent. This has been a weird mission. Okay, so we definitely need another centrifuge. Unfortunately, that one I squeezed into a really weird area. There we go. And we will add a door. And we need to shove some decorations in here. I do both appreciate, and it's kind of a little bit of a bummer that it doesn't really matter where the decorations are in the room, so long as they are. But that's fine. We need more chairs for people to sit down while they wait their turn. And we need a window to make weird goopy people happy.
The bulging visage have arrived, Director, and...
Flesh permits access to oblivion.
As you so often say, Mum.
The mind need not be itself. Many minds together, wires to bridge a distance which need not belong to us.
Great. Director, Ms. Orion is attempting to purchase 15 million credits worth of silicon, copper, and lithium, so I've temporarily blocked her access to the company account.
Heel, you told me to try practicing with my anti-personnel net, but I don't think I have one of those.
I'm sure you'll get there, my lad. It's either that or you'll be driven along a maddening crusade to manifest a part of yourself which doesn't actually exist. Win-win, really. Welcome to consciousness. Oh, and stay on top of the electromagnetic pests. Don't let them touch our canisters.
Kill target confirmed.
Splendid.
I think so far we've got those handled because I put the pest traps by the doors and all that.
Browse away. Fancy that
Okay.
one? Smashing.
Alright. Yeah, so right now we're just kind of riding out. I'm assuming when hit 100% rejuvenation process, this one's done. That is another boning chamber they need. Probably. It's saying you only have one. But it's... I made a centrifuge. I did not make a second boning chamber. Alright, let's try this again. Only this time we'll make the correct room. It does make a pretty big difference when you make the correct room in the first place. Alright.
Right then. Back to the road for me.
You can go and make plants. Just shove them in here somewhere. And we'll need to add chairs. And we do unlock a lot more, like, different things we can make and all that in here. So far as, like, our different materials and whatnot. That said, we haven't really done much with it, so we'll put a B on that wall as well. We need some plants. We could just shove some things that look kind of like sunflowers right there. Slightly smaller one in between here. Okay. And need our staff member. Okay, so you're getting close to death.
Yes, it's over.
But luckily I got a ton of these. Check to see if our patients are in real trouble. No, you're already treated, so we're mostly doing okay so far. Alright. I probably need another teleporter to be over here somewhere. Alright, so we're starting to see the patients in queue going down, which is what we hope. Looks like the Dreamarium might be the next thing. Because I believe... Yeah, I only have one Dreamarium, so that'll be the next one we need to build. Let's duplicate that room. Yeah, that way we got room to fit in between there. And we can go here and put down the chairs. Put that up on a wall for the window. So that's gonna be a hallway through there. And I need some plants. You just...
Director, for concern having. Visage incorrect. The dark agent rushes for me. Crushed space in the wake. Escaping to black hole now. To sever all light cones and die forever.
Unnecessary retreat. Enemy spirit contained in the great mind. Only ghosts now. No fear being had within you now.
Director, I don't mean to alarm you, but I've rather lost control of the situation between our client and CEO. As a precaution against what I expect to happen in this abrupt hysteria about what I can only presume is Satan, I've locked down Ms. Orion's shuttle codes and have ordered a wellness check.
Okay. And... Alright. There's pretty big oof. Alright.
We've done it! The farm is throbbing with fresh virile energy. Our logistics have been exemplary, and I'm considering becoming a gardener. Remarkable work, Director.
Joy and joy again. Tentacle hugging happens forever now.
I would like to go for no tentacle hugging, please. Hollow Doctor emitters 5.
Significant hugs which envelop you forever. Thanks and appreciation then. A new task now, without pain. To use your processes to produce the large vegetable, should you like. And in thanks to you.
Pardon me? Our Visage friend seems to be offering us some kind of vegetable invitation. Vegetation. In vegetation. I'm sure it'll come to me eventually, Director.
Blessings to novel space friends, for the joy of all worlds, and for your machine butler. A new vegetable for you to make big now, and feed those in need.
Good grief, Director. A chance to grow an extraordinarily large vegetable. Living proof of our flawless agricultural supremacy. Well, I'm just about beside myself.
Competition occurs soon. The large vegetable achieves a sidestep to capitalism. We celebrate the girth and thereafter feed the needy. Thank you for fastness, such as the blue hedgehog.
Hello!
Sure.
It's me again.
Alright, I want to go ahead and get a teleporter while we're here.
Fancy that one? Smashing.
Alright, because of that, I can put the teleporter down here to make it so I can get into these rooms much faster. I am so lost about all that. So it's saying that there's a grow your marrow. What does that even mean? Hey, other lady who helps me with all the science.
Director, hopes and dreams, a liquid form taken. To juice now from Dreamarium clam products, and going into canisters happens. Heal. Please help explanation for juice protocols.
Fortunately, Director, Ms. Orion has sent me her schematics, and we may want to build some more Dreamariums to speed this up. Hopes and Dreams, she's calling it. Unless she's gone crackers, it should be the perfect accompaniment to our other 2 canister products.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and do this. All right. I'll probably end up making another one of those. And you leveled. There you go. Make sure you're paid appropriately. Cool. All right. And I need another staff member. Oh, you got soul ponds are hanging around. Plant a bone in the dirt and watch the marrow tree grow.
The keeps saying that the spirit has yet unawakened, which is a little creepy to hear over and over.
Well, I don't know how they managed to get access to your comms, Medi, but I'll look into it.
I don't think they did. They said something about speaking directly to the mind.
No, Medi, that can't be right. You're non-sapient. Our security is compromised. Be on the lookout for any suspicious visage near electrical sockets.
Do I actually need to be watching for any visage doing stuff they ought not be doing? Or is that flavor? Process the hope and dream catchers. Vegetable size large. 5,940. We have 3 minutes and some odd seconds remaining. So basically we're just growing stuff as aggressively as possible. And almost every single one of my rooms is being completely and utterly slammed. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We'll go ahead and duplicate this, because this is the one of those rooms being slammed I don't have extras of. I hate this corner.
Vomitons are stalking your hospital. It's worth getting rid of them if you want your patients to keep their food down.
Alright.
The vegetable is large. The engorgement of the vegetable now. Tremendous vegetable happens imminently.
The vegetable is large.
Delighting us and you, and therefore visage everywhere. With regret to say, these buttons too small.
Disgraced at small buttons. Accommodation should happen that Visage can enjoy buttons gracefully.
Butler listens now with concern for you. Peace to your mind soon. Thank you for joining Visage mind category.
I don't even know how to process half of what they're talking about. Which, like, that's the whole idea, is they're supposed to be talking all weird and whatnot. And you can get, like, little inklings between all of the nonsensical gibberish. Vegetable size Girthzilla is the size of the vegetable we have grown. Oh, I guess that is the vegetable we are growing right now. Fair enough. It is 9,001 whatever, and they better not make an over 9,000 reference.
Expiration imminently happens. The synaptic gulf is a bag of cats. Visage mentality inappropriate for human mind containment.
Yes, it does seem like you're having a spot of bother, Mum. Have no fear. The sight of our freakishly large vegetable specimen should cheer you right up.
Roots extending, seeking, buried in hidden space. Not from our world. Wrong and wronged.
Actually, I'm rather confident that most of them are cucumbers and tomatoes. Perfectly normal.
The roots creak, a wound from across time. Wisely noticed and visage for you to do what you can.
I am going to excuse myself from this conversation.
Okay.
Hello, Galacticare. It's me again.
So those are all mostly keeping
Time
up.
to clean some of this up. Not easy with flippers.
I totally forgot I'm sitting on like 6 meta doctors. So let's do that. That way, as
Time conclusion occurrence occurs now. Grateful for vegetable opportunities firmly taken.
Here's hoping our botanical pals are enthusiastic about their turgid flora.
The largest star and a gold star to you. The largest friend we behold now. Excited spilling of money upon you.
let me out of this place.
Vegetable beheld now for consideration. Considering immediately this vegetable. The gravity well is steep. Sensitive tapping upon the vegetable. Grateful for you, and the salivation happens compulsively. Many hungry stomachs stretched soon now, inflated with the joy of provided vegetable. Claps for you and machine butler.
Well, isn't that just delightful? I suppose that's us done then. A good spot of farming, the development and synthesis of incredibly potent fertilizers, awful glowing parasites. Quite an interesting day overall. Ms. Orion is going through a significant detox and should be back to her normal self in short order.
Thankful for robotic friends. Please cancel supercomputer orders for organic life integration.
Oh, not to worry, ma'am. I blocked your purchases from going through. If you actually intend to join all life into a synthetic union, I'm sure you prefer doing it sober.
Director for the good of all. Gratitude unending. Being on the floor happens now.
We are about ready to move on, but if farming and logistics continue to enrapture you, you are, of course, welcome to continue servicing the station and its turgid veg.
I'm going to the next level. That level was just very weird. Like, it was fun, but very weird. Most of the other ones are like, oh yeah, we're just dealing with transportation logistics problem, and like one of them is just like, there was a company who cut corners and everything, so you're dealing with all the hurt people that he's sending your way. That one, just weird. Just no other way of putting it. Just weird. Alright. So we did learn about a lot of the diseases. We're getting pretty close to maxing out some of the disease knowledge. So it does make me curious. Like, as you look at this, they'll have flavor text about like 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Pretty much what all this stuff means, though, when you're dealing with these diseases, is the chance of successfully treating it, and like how fast you can treat it.
For Galacticare's blossoming portfolio, this time at Firestone, a place of pilgrimage for religious Kuba Bali. Given that other cultures don't have the foggiest idea about Kuba's spirituality, it's mostly a tourist destination. It also happens to be incredibly volcanic. While the regular rhythms of Firestone's volcanism are its main attraction, on this particular occasion, the entire surface seems to have exploded. Untold numbers of people need emergency aid, Director. I should possibly have led with that. Mitty and I stand ready to support you.
Alright, bear with me for just a moment. I need to quickly use the restroom, and I'll be right back. So thank you again for tuning in. I'll be back here in just a minute. Oh man, guard, don't do that. Why would you do that, guard? That is unacceptable behavior, guard. How dare you? How dare you, sir? That is not okay. Oh man. That guard's gonna have to be fired. The gap to see the full damage? Oh, they're probably popping through that gap. I'm just trying to get the ones that get all the way down here. This is gonna get you killed. I mean, I have to deal with it. It's just a shame I can't shoot them through it. Actually, tens of thousands. As well as 556, the big downers, we don't have a gun that uses 556. They're extremely rare. Like the weapons that use like 556 and that, the ammo is almost irrelevant because you'll never find enough guns to actually use it. And unfortunately, the gun's the only way to repair. You'll definitely never find the gun that uses it. Because I need that sorted right away. Because we're about to go into the Noctil event, and once that happens, they will be allowed to shoot at me, and I will not be allowed to shoot back. That's a regular hit. I need this to fly true. Nihai Lord. This is you. Anywhere in the middle will do. That, I approve. You done good today, kid. So I'm trying to just continue. So let's go ahead and get into the next mission here. So the gist of it is, there was a religious thing on a volcanic planet, and it went boom, and people need medical attention. So I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing negative ever came from being at an exploding volcano. Probably.
Director, welcome to our station around Firestone. I wish I had better news for you, but it seems as though the entire world is presently on fire. I'll patch you through to our Kuba client, Mother Buck, a religious figure and, oddly, director of tourism.
Sacred greetings, Galacticare. We embrace you to our world, as we did your competitor. May you thrive in our orbit, and the best of you acquire our money. So it is.
Our competitor, sorry?
Ah, Salazar, I believe. You were the two highest rated healthcare providers, so we arranged ourselves a bargain. A meal deal, if you like. Whichever of you performs best gets paid, as stipulated.
Salazar, are you absolutely sure?
It's been too long, my precious flowers. No need to stress yourselves. Dorian Salazar has been hard at work preparing his healthcare bosom to receive the world's toasty clientele. You're cordially invited to sit back and enjoy the disaster that Salazar shall make of your fragile reputation.
Yes, well, to hell with that, I say. Let's go, Director. Ready when you are.
Alright, so... I'm not entirely sure where they're... I'm guessing they're coming in from here. And the downside I have is... This is a really cramped space. This is not a lot of space to work with. These other ones are not as bad. But I gotta open them up and they're gonna cost me a bunch of money. So that is not my favorite. So bring Twiggy. And Ultra. And I can't bring any more because we've already maxed out the number we have. Alright, so we're gonna start this off by I need reception. And since we have 2 entrances, I'm going to put 2 reception desks. And this is going to be a tricky one. I'm probably going to try and build this up as we go. Okay. So then we need our decorations. We got even newer plants. And then we want to have windows. Now, one problem I have with this spot is I can't put seats here. They're too cramped. But I can put them there. And what we'll do... Put that there. Put the toilet next to it, because that's, of course, what we're going to do to our poor reception people, is you're going to have toilets directly behind where they're working. You know. It seems reasonable. Alright. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a lot of, like, starting and stopping on the pause.
Is it time to get cooking?
Because I don't have enough money to open up all I need.
Now. Let's show that corrupt reprobate some real healthcare excellence.
So what I'm gonna end up doing here is, as soon as we get people in, I'm gonna build the rooms as we need them.
A call from the surface for you, Director. A somewhat smoky monk and his acolytes. This may be a useful edge for us as it happens.
Galacticare. I am Brother Gumbo, an advocate of the First Faith. Apologies for the conduct of the Mother Buck, whose greed compromises you. The people suffer, and I bring them to you to save. The other one, Salazar, cares little for life. We arrive soon. Thank you for your presence and your earnest help. I hope to aid also.
Alright. So we've got people showing up, they're queuing for diagnostics, they're complaining about the decorations. Okay. Laser surgery required. First room on the agenda. So 3x3, so we're gonna do this. All right. Alright, so we've got that. Now they are complaining about our lack of decor. We're gonna try and get that figured out. So put the A on the wall here. I will need more seating. We'll need a window here. We can put a plant on the wall over there. Alright. And meanwhile, that's not going to cut it for this. I'm going to plunk another one down over here. And same basic plan as this one is we're going to go grab a seat. Okay, that one actually has room there. A little bit more space to work with. All right. You know, had more employees to get. Put you in diagnosis. All right.
Galacticare, thank you for the gracious docking. I've arrived with my kin.
Okay. You hold that thought, buddy. I've got to go ahead and get a boning chamber built real fast. Okay.
Other acolytes suffering from burns and...
Okay, so we've got priority patients.
Disaster. I should like...
I need another doctor.
to aid your work in buttering their toasty bodies back to health. Forsooth.
I received Mr. Brother's details, and while he isn't trained in contemporary medicine, he seems to have an exceptional knack for healing the sick. This may be the edge we need to eject Salazar from orbit.
Alright, it also struck me I am going to need an employee lounge, or everyone is just going to get mad. Alright. And we'll get seating set up. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna put this space to use down here. That's gonna be a tricky thing to find a way I can utilize that space for anything meaningful. It's fine though, we're just basically just trying to slap stuff onto these walls and all as fast as we can. There we go.
A certain Mr. Brother on the line for you, Director.
As a scion of the first faith, I spread my joy to all I touch, though it may take me some time to touch each patient thoroughly. None who taste my wisdom shall ever come to harm. This is the solemn promise of Brother Gumbo. I'm grateful to be able to heal the ailing bodies of others and to aid your work ongoing.
Okay, permanently increases the happiness of any patients they treat. So that's probably someone we want. Okay, so we need the skin lab. So that's probably someone you'd want to have like in diagnostics or one of those type of things, because the person in diagnostics is literally going to be interacting with, you know, every single person has to go through diagnostics. Speaking of which, looks like we need a ridiculous amount of that in this one, but that's fine. All right. And with that, let's get the decor up once again. Okay, we can go to Windows, plug down a window in these. I probably, between one of these missions, need to go in. They have a ton of different varieties of stuff you unlock using like a meta currency that you get, and I need to take the time to do that. Meanwhile, let's go to the common stuff. I'm making this way too cramped.
And so my work begins.
Oh, right. I still need the skin lab. All right. I'll need more doctors as well. Yeah, it's just in the early game, because I don't have enough money to do all of it. I'm just trying my best to set up as we need. I'll have to expand into the other spaces really early, which I think is supposed to be the stressor in this one, is just a lack of space, ultimately.
Salazar is a toilet child and must not be allowed to prosper.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Brother. There's lots to do.
Thank you, small machine baby. May we march into the future's embrace together.
Sure thing. You're strange, but lots of people are like that in space, so I'm sure that's fine.
Okay. Lack of space outside is more than enough space. Yeah. All right. So we definitely want to keep the hallways wide for this particular group, because these big guys here, they do get upset if they're like really cramped quarters. Why do we keep not having doctors? All right. Projectile medicine needed. Okay, projectile medicine is actually kind of the more annoying one to set up. Because, it's a very long room. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna need more of this. We can put one of these on the walls. And then, like, the hazard stripe path, we can just... chuck right there. Nope, need another doctor. Okay, wait till we see another person complain that we don't have the treatment they need, because we're almost out of money. So it is, I've got my reception, I've got 4 diagnosis places here. We've got some of our basic treatments right here at the front as well as the lounge. I think this will be the next space. Oh man, it's 60,000? Okay, we'll get one of these side spaces next. We'll definitely want to get a teleporter as early as we can. Drop it in these areas to teleport to and from the far end there. Because then what?
Pilgrim has been cured. The first recovery from this needless disaster. A shame that such greed befell our people.
All right. Yeah, you got a bunch of people getting upset that we don't have upgrades, which is just something they're going to have to live with for right now. Wonder if it also makes sense later on to put a reception desk up here, since it looks like we get the emergency shuttles through here. Yeah, so getting people from here, here. So I think putting a reception up there as well makes sense. Honestly, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to put like a little reception here too, but I'm worried that once we start putting in probably 2 more rooms over here, I won't have room for that without taking lots of mood penalties on the main race that's here, these big guys. Hey look, it's Donkey Dove visiting, waiting for laser surgery. Alright, get more doctors assigned.
Near half of my people have been healed. My heart bursts with joy. May the jam of your healthcare continue to spread across the faithful.
Cool, man.
Hello, Galacticare.
All right.
Away.
It's a shame you cost so much.
That one's new. I hope none of that's illegal.
That's the make it harder one. That's not what I need. I wanted those 2 teleporters, but at 60,000, that wasn't happening. Getting the extra room is going to be a bigger priority than the rest. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more people for a lot of these things. It's fortunate we're not yet getting more room variety requirements. We'll definitely get that soon enough.
See you around, Space.
Okay, so it looks like all the people who came in are treated. Oh, you have fractured limb. Okay. You are in the boning chamber, so you can be better at that.
All the stricken have now been massaged back to health. Long may Dunce Boy Salazar reel at his spiritual failings.
Amazing! I made the perfect choice in hiring you. Oh, thank you for being here, my lovelies. We might actually get to remain a tourist destination after all this.
Okay. Biostasis beacon reduces the patient's health decay in a large radius. Great for waiting areas. Okay.
That biostasis beacon is a real find. It generates a field of alleviative nanites that curtail health deterioration. I suggest parking it somewhere our ailing patients congregate to maximize its effectiveness.
Alright, ideally I'd need another one over there. Okay.
Mother Buck is calling us about the first milestone in our contract. Quite intrigued as to what kind of challenge she'll provide us, actually.
Hello again, my darlings. Now that you're nicely settled in.
Alright, 1 second. We got to get a new room built. And we've got our first parasitology need. Can I squeeze the door in there? It's just letting me know it's good. Delete it. Delete the junk out there. Which is fine by me. What is that? Room themed. Okay, sure, why not? Anyways. With that, we can go ahead and plunk you over here. Grab our advertisements. Put that right there.
It's time to see how well your company can service our needs. Your machine butler should have the requirements for this first task. Best of luck.
Not entirely inaccurate as a designation, I suppose. As degrading as this may be, Director, we've been tasked with maintaining a certain hospital rating, ensuring our staff are relatively happy, and treating a number of patients from the planet's surface. I rather despise having to jump through the hoops of mundane hospital operation, but whatever it requires, I suppose. We are here to serve the fine peoples of space.
Alright. So we've got that room. Meanwhile, we are falling behind in the skin lab. So let's go ahead and get a second skin lab going. Maybe. Can I fit you in here at all, or do you just really not work? Alright, let's see what it takes to get a skin lab up here. Yeah, I'll be fine. And we can go put a window right there. Put that in here. All right, and now I can grab more seats. Okay. So that's basically all I could fit in this space here. We will put some chairs along the edges here. then let's see, as far as our coverage of our snack machines and all that, they're pretty much spent, so let's go ahead and put a toilet on this side. Put that there. Alright, so that room is basically chock full. So we need to be ready to expand over here. So the next room I need to build, I can put it over here.
Warm greetings to you all.
Teleporter's definitely one I want.
Thank you. Come again.
So we're not ready for the other end yet, but there's our first teleporter. And they'll put like one down and one reception, one down at the other reception will be good. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and keep getting things moving over here. Okay. Yeah, so this area is basically stock full. Now you start working getting over there. Yeah, so gotta keep the hospital rating over 2.
See you later, Galacticare.
Which they're upset that I have not upgraded the rooms. And we are dealing with some people having too long of wait times. Alright, so you can grab that. There's one upgraded room. Alright. And we're still just waiting on money. I am noticing that they're running up along here as well. And so they're getting upset about the lack of decoration because they're going around this way and around that way. Which sucks. But we'll deal with it. How are we doing in our wait time for our rooms? Skin Lab is the room that's being held up the most. So let's try and get that sorted. All right. Okay, so I've got all that. We have a window already. This will be the one that's marked with a B. Alright, so we're getting there. And none of our waits are particularly long. Yeah, so it looks like our skin labs are actually gonna get hit really hard, judging by what I'm seeing. So let's just not even wait, plunk down another one right here. Getting our employee to deal with this. All right. Everything else we're missing? We're missing common stuff. Oh. Good, Son just leveled up. Okay. So All treatments boosted by Twiggy generate additional credits. Cool. All right. So Diagnosis has got people waiting on it. Man, that's surprising, because we already... I wonder why Diagnosis is being weird like this, because... Alright, so we need a Dream Lab. Or Dreamorium, or whatever it is. Okay. Then grab that. Grab you. Grab some flowers. Go to the other side. Add a window directly into the advertisement. All right. Cool. So we're keeping our patients being handled. Our rating has gone up to 3 stars. We don't have any immediate negative mood things. It's just taking a while to boost. Our throughput is apparently pretty bad, but that's what it is. Getting a little bit of a moderate weight concern, but that's not entirely shocking with everything considered here. Like, it does seem to be bad at distributing, because I've got this diagnostic room here is bouncing between like 7 and 8, and the other ones are all dropping to like 1s and 2s. So it seems to be doing a pretty rough job of trying to balance out who's going where. Ooh, Silt is not doing well. Alright buddy, do I have anything to help you? Or if I don't, can I get anything to help you? Same deal with you. I don't really want to do that, but... Yeah, so the big thing is not having enough people to work the skin labs. Alright.
Hello, Galacticare. It's me again.
Stop trying to give me the things that makes it harder. If I had the second teleport. There, so I've got one by reception to bounce us over to this hallway. Alright, so you had a rough time in treatment. I am going to intervene. All right. So we're pulling ahead of Salazan. We should be able to start catching up, because now being able to teleport people around and having quite as many skin places as possible. Stop almost being dead.
I'm off to catch up with the news.
All right. Oh, and you gained a level. Make you better doing diagnosis. All right. Morning, Night Dweller. Okay.
Director, we appear to have an infestation of vomitungs.
Alright. So it looks like we got the immediate concern of like people almost dying sorted. Looking at our balance, so we're still backlogged on our skin labs. Which is honestly surprising considering I think I have like 4 of them, 3 of them. Yeah, I have 4 skin labs going right now. So that imply like 2 patients in line per skin lab, which is surprising with just how many of them we have. This game screams Startopia to you, the original, not the remake. I never played Startopia, so I unfortunately don't have any basis for that. Yeah, so people seem to be getting the treatment pretty well. So it does seem like the Ultra Burn is a big deal because it is a 3 or 4 step process just to treat them. So there's a lot of phases to that treatment. Alright, so one thing I'm gonna do is research room. So you need to be 4x4. And we can go in here and say, put some advertisements in there. Put this in there. Put some plants. Circle around to the outside. Plunk a bench down here. I'm going to leave this spot the way it is because I'm intending on probably expanding, just expanding labs and all that up there. And staffing wise, gonna go ahead and grab all you, and you are going to research Ultra Burn. Oh wait, we only have advanced blueprint options? No diseases? Oh, there we go. I was like, wait a second. Alright, so you're moving to Research 1? Okay. Nope, we need a centrifuge. Alright. And good evening to you as well. Sorry, just like zoned in and just like plopping down one building after the other as like these keep having needs. Alright, so we've got that. We can put the window here. Because we got all the different like alien creatures here who have their different expectations and all that. We just gotta do what we gotta do to make them all happy. Alright. You'll need a new doctor here. Okay. Yeah, that ultra burn, just because of how many phases there are of the treatment, does genuinely put a rough spot on it. I can put more stripes down in here. Okay. And how's our hotel rating going here? We have undecorated and lightly decorated. That's because they're walking by here. That should fix itself. I am actually thinking about, I'm gonna make like this have more rooms on this side, so you gotta walk around. And then putting a teleporter here and there, and then having the teleporters over here. Alright, so diagnosis for you as well. Alright.
Good gravy, you people are good. I can scarcely imagine the revenue we'll get from all these stores that are still alive.
Excellent. New blueprint, regenerative nanites. Healing nanites that improve treatment outcomes and reduces unfortunate deaths. What about fortunate deaths?
You picked up some regenerative nanites. Once you install that upgrade in a room, the handy little nanobots will boost the healing properties of its treatments. The patients might be spitting out flecks of tungsten for a while, but all's fair in healthcare, Director.
Director, some of our patients are occasionally in need of recovery after treatment. And fortunately, Ms. Orion has been working on a new ward in which that may take place.
Okay.
The recovery ward is a handy space in which any patients who may have been unintentionally harmed by their treatment can recuperate before heading home. You're free to place as many beds as you like, provided they fit inside the room. And our proprietary recovery loungers will take care of the rest. The beds themselves are a combination of high comfort materials, memory foam, and an intense cocktail of automatically injected substances which soothe the patient back to reality with calming hallucinations. Honestly, it's a riot. I've replaced my chaise lounge with one.
Excellent. I would definitely like to recover from serious surgeries and all that with, you know, hallucinogenic rooms. I don't need to have that nearly that far back. Yeah, so let's do a recovery ward right here. So how long are you? I wish it'd tell me. So that's just enough I can't space it the way I'd want to. It's probably okay. So I place one here, there. That's fine. I was hoping I could squeeze another one in there, but that's okay. So you've got two of them. Look, man, you're not getting away without getting hit with ads. It's just the modern world. Patients can visit a recovery ward after their treatment concludes, recover some of their health they lost due to their condition, or from dangerous treatments, which can result in improvement of hospital rating. You can also send patients directly to the recovery ward at any time in order to restore some of their health, potentially saving their untimely and costly demise.
Let's construct a recovery ward. Patients having an extended nap is preferable to them dropping dead on the floor or vanishing into space forever. Remember, healthier patients means a higher hospital rating. KPIs forever. That's what I say.
But I don't want to worry about KPIs. Can we not worry about KPIs? So my assumption of now, as we deal with more dangerous diseases, I would take someone like Senji here and be like, hey, you're hurt. Go rest in the recovery ward for a while.
If you wish, you can also direct untreated patients who are at death's door here to stabilize them before they continue on their healthcare adventure.
Hello?
Director, Mother Buck is on the line with our next set of marching orders.
So what is the way you would tell them... Alright, so experiment with that. Alright, do that to save a life. Okay.
Are you ready for the next milestone? I'm adding on a couple of new requirements. I'm rooting for you. Salazar's enthusiastic, but he hasn't made the best impression. A little too needy, if you follow me.
I have the details for the next milestone. Hospital rating, patient health averages. I've popped it all up on your objectives display. The recovery ward should help us get the edge of a Salazar. Let's wipe that bloviating tart out of business, Director.
Why am I getting all these alerts about messy... Ah, that's why. Okay, so we have some extra supplies. I'm going to need a cleaning bot. Probably, honestly, get more of them. Okay, and that's fine.
Don't take too long. Places to be, people to see.
You got a place with no one working in it, so let's get someone in there.
Back to the dome for me, Galacticare.
Director, with more Medibots, we may be able to reach hygiene standards set in the 19th century.
Yeah, so we got a lot of complaints about messy areas. We got the Medibots here. I want to keep an eye on our patient's health. Yeah, so you're waiting a long time, which is unfortunate. That sounds like the treatment worth... Oh, if you've not seen the game, 90% of the diseases we're dealing with and how we treat them are pretty awful. Like this thing, you got a fractured arm, pull you into the boning machine. It rips the bones from your body and then replaces them. Because that's how you deal with minor inconvenience type injuries. I'm just using this on you because you're getting nowhere fast. Alright, meanwhile, let's take a look at our wait times. So Skin Lab is still doing terribly, despite the fact that I have 4 of them. So we will have 5 of them. Because that seems like a perfectly reasonable way of tackling that problem. And we could put some greens on the wall. Play that if you describe it, it literally says it 3D prints them directly into your body. Yeah, no, it's probably okay. We have a doctor named Hotel Incident. Excuse me? Yeah, so we're getting some pretty involved treatments here that are taking a while to get through. I mean, this place is definitely popular. I do feel like I want to get a second one. All right. It doesn't treat anyone, but the number of people rolling through there is doing a lot for us. Okay, so we got messy area, undecorated area, moderate wait time. People seem to be getting through their treatment perfectly fine so far as the speed. And how are the wait times? Skin Lab is still struggling. I keep building more and more of them, and they're just still struggling to keep up. Alright, working on this. Okay. Excellent name. Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's like lost the frame already.
Hello, Galacticare.
Teleporter, please.
Fancy that one.
Cleansing beacon.
Think that one's new. Hope it helps you out.
Alright. So of healing nanites. Let's put that in this one of skincare. And then the healing or the cleaning beacon. We don't really have a place where I can cover everything. I do think plunking it over here makes sense. Because of how much skincare we have. So the Dr. Hotel incident. Look, we don't talk to him careful. We kind of just don't look directly at that problem for a while. Alright. Everyone seems to be, honestly, in really good shape so far as their total health. These things are great.
Catch you later.
Yeah, when we hit 300, I'm going to make another teleporter over in the corner there. Or actually, no, I should put teleporter here, and then a teleporter in the corner there. The fact that the skincare lab, that I have 6 of them, and they're still getting backlogged, it's something. All right. And you're almost done the treatment, so that's good. I kind of like that this one is sort of a race between the other guy, who they've shown basically doesn't really put the time in. There we go. So you teleporters for both reception desks up here. I'll probably put another reception desk up here when we get there, with another teleporter up there, to try and divide out the number of places we could receive people at. Cool, we gained reputation, so we got a new plant.
A horde of Laxites has made its way inside the station, Director.
Okay. They're doing a pretty good job. We're at 3.5 stars out of the 2.5 I need. We've got a good solid, like, 50%-ish lead on Salazans. So we're in a really good place so far. So far, we're also keeping well ahead of any of the patients being at dire risk of dying. And then our rejuvenation rooms are getting their mileage. We get even more of a rating once they get around this corner and they stop being like, this area is not decorated. Are you littering in my hospital? You monsters. Be ashamed of yourself. Why is it always 3 AM when I notice you're playing interesting games? I don't know. Okay, we'll probably want to get the thing that captures pests, because we can put one here and then mostly cover that area. And it seems like up here would cover that. Let's see, you could clock that door way off. Oh, block that door? Yeah, I could. My fear is then they'd walk, well, I mean, they couldn't walk around there. I could. I'm not super worried about it. Like, we're doing extremely well with our rating. We're doing well with all this. And very genuinely, I'm gonna end up having here not too long where it's like, oh, I'm gonna need more. Man, I am still blown away that like 6 skin labs is not keeping up with what we got compared to everything else. It does look like we're probably hitting the point that I need to get a second projectile medicine.
I brought you the right bits. If not, it might just be bug rolls and videotapes.
This'll help. Alright. So we are going to need another projectile lab. I'm not sure where I want to fit that. Actually, I think we already got. Grab me you, duplicate. Oh.
I'm off to catch up with the news.
Alright, so we need to get some seating in place. They'll want a window. And that style of stuff. They'll also want plants.
A remarkable performance, Galacticare. This ought to give that mustachioed airhead a kick up the backside.
Alright. And we will want to add a restroom, a vending machine, and a trash can. Okay, new blueprint. Appears to speed up treatments inside the room. In fact, slows down the rest of the universe.
That alacrity engine is a nifty device that emits a localized time dilation field, which speeds up treatments in a single room. So it'd be best to install it in a room that's in high demand.
So, skincare. Yeah, let's go down here. First we'll level you up. You are in the skin lab. Probably, honestly, well, not that skin lab. Probably one of the skin labs down here. Probably that one. Let's go ahead and drop it in there.
Still here? Good. Dorian has started to become rather irritating. There are a few metrics on which you can beat Salazar. I hate to pick favorites, but you seem like you know what you're doing. And you won't bombard me with messages about albums I really must listen to.
Director, I have both the metrics and albums in question. Firstly, our client's requirements are on the screen. Secondly, I've processed the musical material to which you referred, and it's positively awful. While you deal with the issue of our patient's health and wellness, I shall bombard Salazar's music reviews with appropriately negative responses.
I think that's just called trolling, Heel.
Perfectly justified in some circumstances, Melly. Besides, I can create accounts faster than they can ban them.
Excellent. Raise patient throughput. Okay. That's gonna be a matter of just making more rooms. So we're now reaching a point where diagnosis is starting to become our bottleneck. So, yay progress. So let's go down here to our diagnosis. I'm gonna grab another room. Actually. Perfect. And we can go here, do this. Grab you. Put up a window. Put up that. And honestly, we got a bunch of space here, so let's drop one of you. And one of you. We'll need to grab another doctor. Okay. Am I missing anything in our inventory? So this would increase the flow of patients. This does literally make it harder. That's literally all this does. Is it's just another place that patients can come out of. But if I need to increase the throughput, that'd be one way of handling it. Is just making another place that the patients can be spat out of. And the game went out of its way to give me 2 of them in this round. So, you know, I am kind of reading between the lines here of what it probably wants. I don't really want to put them down, though.
Oh, do mind that superheated plume, Galacticares. I'd hate for it to slow you down at all. I want to demolish you at your best, you hapless bags.
Yes, station damage sustained, Director. I may have somewhat failed to pay attention to our trajectory.
Okay, so we did lose our first patient because one of our machines got destroyed by that. Actually, 2 people died because when we got hit with that, knocked out 2 of our systems and people were in treatment at the moment, so they died. All right. Nowhere to sit. I wish you'd have told me where. We have a nowhere to sit icon anywhere here. Because not there, there's plenty of seating here, there's plenty of seating there, there's seating along both sides there. This area's a bit more cramped. We could probably improve this situation, though.
Hello there. I hope you're all well. There should be a good range of gubbins here.
There, we got teleporter over to this end. All right. And how are we doing? Is anyone getting close to death? Not that... Ooh, actually, Donkey Duff here. I'm gonna make you a priority patient. Because you are pretty hurt and need more treatment. So our throughput is improving by itself by just people leveling up, adding more rooms as we have bottlenecks. Skin lab is again a bottleneck. Okay. Is this just Skin Lab, the hospital?
We have noxious, Director. Left unaddressed, this could cause a rush on the vending machines.
Okay, need plants. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it so they're at least close to the thing. Like we've got so many rooms to handle. Like all these other rooms, it's like this whole map is just like, no, Skin Labs. Everything in this place, Skin Labs. Well, another one of those. We have a place without a doctor. All right. Let's see, it'd be interesting how much the game would change if you had construction times. I mean, yeah. It just means you'd build stuff in advance as opposed to waiting. But honestly, I don't think, like, unless they were, like, really, really slow times, I don't think it'd be that bad. I wouldn't have been able to start this the way I did, but that means you'd have like your start where you just build one of everything right at the beginning, and then go from there.
Eel, do you see that colossal on sensors?
Yes, Medic. I'm sure you can handle it.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I won't let you down. Director, the diagnosis shuttle is ready to launch at your command.
I don't have a button.
The shuttle is now ready for your dispatch order, Director.
Hospital Colossal Friend Galacticare. I am Sir Leslie Nielsen Noria, and I am burned. You may call me Shirley for convenience. I am burned. Is that how it goes? Baz has an easier time with this language business than the rest of us. I wasn't sure which structure was yours. I went to another at first. Hear my memory. This is a rejection, correct?
Hell Bells, get that freak off the screen, intern! If I wanted to get an eye full of beef jerky, I'd take another trip to see your mother.
Regardless, my efforts to still this world have failed, and my flesh is combusting. I request your aid, friend to colossals.
Hi, Director. I'm supposed to tell you that the tissue sample's here, and the diagnosis...
Okay. So I'm assuming the challenge here is we've got people who have a disease that does a pretty good job of bringing them near to the brink of death a lot.
Canister is ready to be analyzed.
Case in point, Illicit NZ right here. In real danger. Danger enough I'm actually going to use the thing to make sure they stay on the side we want of not being dead. Alright. So I'll be dealing with that, and at the same time I'm dealing with that, we've got these pods that I need to prioritize because I've got a giant thing that needs treatment. So prioritize you.
We diagnosed Shirley's sample. Their bodies are really weird. They can still react badly to extreme heat, though. I guess you can kind of tell that by looking at them.
Yeah, you're just having a bad day, it's fine.
Greetings to you all.
The canisters for Shirley's treatments are ready to be processed.
Okay. Put a teleporter up here. There's 3. Where's the 4th one? Oh, you're up there. Okay. So, I did accomplish the task before Salazan, but now we have this other thing to do here as well. Okay. Yes, I'm kind of trying to watch for ones that are earlier in the process and getting low in life and just hit the priority on them. Okay. I'm also amused by them going to different emergency shuttles. Because 2 of them went up here instead of down there. There it goes. Alright, yeah, so you're getting treated. Okay. And we're at 4 stars now, so that's good. And how goes everything else here? So Skin Lab, so honestly I still feel like the Skin Lab's fine at this point, because we go, oh my god, there's 15 in line. Alright, but each one of those represents 2 per lab. So that's actually not that bad versus some of these ones
All
that...
our treatment canisters are filled up with healing cocktails and are ready to be shipped off to space.
The canisters are all full up with chemicals and they're ready to go help our big friend. The shuttle has been launched into space. I hope it works.
Alright.
Hello, small sapiens. Please douse me. Also, there's an itch on my supracaudal plate. Would you mind? I can't reach. Flippers, you see.
Okay. We'll try. We can send someone with a broom, maybe.
Thank you, friends. Had I expired, the Creator would not have begrudged you. Word of your good work moves swiftly through loam space. Baz may be right to have the plans he does for you. Travel safe, Galacticare. Don't let the mustache man win.
Wow, we did it! I mean, you did it. I mostly just fixed things and told you what was happening. Great job, Director. I'm gonna go get Heel back now because I'm getting anxiety from having to do stuff, which Heel doesn't think I can feel, but I can, and that makes it way worse, actually. Good luck!
Well, just incredible work, Galacticare. Salazar may as well just go home now. He won't, of course.
All right. Cool, we got another biostasis.
I'm particularly thankful we don't have to worry about a dead colossal being stuck in orbit. It'd be terrible for the spirits of our visitors. Nearly at the finish line. I have one more challenge for you both, and I can't wait to see how well you do. Now, we at the Kuber Institute of Faith and Tourism must ensure that the cultures of our visitors are fully respected. So we want to see how good you are at satisfying their desires.
Salazar prides itself on appeasing all the strange needs of these various space creatures. In fact, I've already arranged a meeting with a delegation of your fine Kuba people. Ignore Galacticare, my dear mother. Dorian Salazar has the mojo you're after.
Let's get to work, Director. I've heard enough about Salazar. If we manage this, Salazar will never live it down. Let's be rid of the slimy charlatan.
Fulfill species desires. 11 out of 7 instantly completed. Okay, fair enough. And now I gotta keep ourselves at 3.5 or higher. Staff lounge is at okay capacity. I think we finally hit the point that our staff lounge is not quite cutting it. So we put a staff lounge up here somewhere that should relieve that. Alright, this time I kind of packed it a little tight here. So we can go ahead and put some art there. Make sure our staff knows that we're open forever. They're never to go home.
Hello there. I hope you're all well. Had to clean some of this up. Not easy with flippers.
I want to actually both of those.
Bobs, really. Some handy gizmos in there.
Cool, so we've got all that. And now I can go here. Get ourselves some more seats. Put a window so that way people can like snoop on our staff just trying to relax between their shifts. Definitely don't let them have any proper time off.
Catch you later.
Director, a swarm of pests have appeared in the hospital. Let's get those blighters out of here before our patients start evacuating themselves.
Riddled with disgusting space vermin? Not a great look for health and safety, Galacticare.
And how would you know that, exactly?
I didn't pay tourists to smuggle them aboard your station, if that's what you're asking. Begone with you and your conspiracy theories, robot.
I mean, it took us like 2 seconds to deal with them, so okay. I've got a lot of little friends now. One thing we can do is while we're doing this, go do crafting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because now I can make that a problem I don't have to deal with anymore. So, first up, put one here. And over here. I just need him mostly watching those doors. I can put one around here. I can't quite get this one into a good position. Alright, so I probably didn't actually need that. I'll just shove it in here in case I think it's past, because teleporters. Alright, so bugs should be a non-issue from now on. And how are we doing on all of our stuff? Diagnostics is starting to properly backlog again. We're actually keeping up with the skin lab for the most part, but diagnostics is once again becoming a bottleneck. And we can add a window. And we'll need another doctor. Yeah, those healing lounges get work done. And I've got stabilizing things basically covering almost the entirety of the building. I don't imagine we're going to run into hardly like any patients in any real danger. So for the moment, it's mostly just trying our best to like cover whatever needs more. I think I basically want to keep it so we don't have more than 3 people per room, like waiting. That's the corner where they're like, oh, this corner's not decorated. Yeah, you walked past everything, you just walked into a random back corner. That's on you. So finances, I don't know what it's complaining about. So it wants me to be at a higher rate of profit. I mean, I bet you what the best way for me to do that is just put like the efficiency things in all the rooms.
Have impacted our hospital, Director, and based on their trajectory, they were ejected from Salazar's station. I'm assembling a dossier for us to pass on to the solar authorities. We'll let the fool enjoy his excesses for now.
Alright, so they broke a lot of our systems. Surprisingly, nobody died. Which is really surprising, because if you're in treatment when you get
Director, you could
shut down.
consider crafting some more medibots. You sorely need it.
I cannot. I've used all my resources. I physically cannot craft more medibots. Game. I do have a pretty alarming number of metabots, actually. That's very clearly a scripted thing where if it sees, like, you know, either there's a bunch of messes or a bunch of rooms offline or, like, something that the medibots do has fallen behind to give you that dialogue. But in our particular case, it's only behind because of an event.
Hello, Galacticare.
Hey there.
Had to clean some of this up.
Okay.
Not easy with flippers. Ooh, it's payday.
I don't know what room you work in. I don't think you know what room you work in. Looking at the hazard stripes. Ah, excellent. Making a good use of your time. What? I wish I could see... What room do you normally work in?
See you later, Galacticare. I'm off for a spot of cheese.
Let's go with the skin lab. Statistically speaking, the most likely room you're going to be working in is the skin lab, so we'll just go with that. Yeah, everyone's like getting pretty much done with treatment, still being at over half health. Yep, so you're good, you're good. You're honestly good. Oh, the boning chamber's actually finally starting to fall just a smidge behind. I don't see a reason not to build another one. This would be pretty wasteful space-wise, but it's fine. I don't really have much else I could do with that corner anyways, so. We can add more seats. All right. I am wondering down the road when you have like the full, was it like 49 diseases out there? Like how ridiculous that'll get. Because we are getting pretty much usually like one, maybe two, like maybe two different treatment things that show up. Like, or basically we're getting like a new room almost every level. It would not surprise me if by the end we just have like a dozen different treatment things to do. Alright, so right now we've got all that sorted. I'm not going to add the other area at the moment, either of these, because my fear is if I will, they'll start pathing through that and then, you know, complaining about it being all ugly or whatever. So instead what I'm doing is I'm just going to kind of let this sit for right now. We're almost done. Salazar's only halfway. We're at 75%, so we're making good time. I'm willing to bet this is the final leg of this particular mission. I would be surprised if we have another leg after this kind of thing. Or if there is, it'd be like some like quick finale kind of thing. Just based on the dialogue and the fact that like we've kind of done all the different things that they've got going on. And I've been enjoying the different quests they have in it. Like, ultimately, the way it works is kind of the same. Patients come in, they need their stuff, and the only variance is kind of like suddenly shocking you with one type of people versus another type of people, or just raw number hitting you, or some of the maps, it's just like the paths through the map are kind of difficult, like they're long, narrow maps or whatever, so it's much harder to set up a hospital that's particularly well designed for working patients through. This one's not bad. It's got these two hallways, and then this area down here. And it was at the beginning, it was just basically either side of this room. And then once I added that, I added the other hallway as a concern. It does make me wonder if I had bought this space on the far side, the people here wouldn't have been able to path around. So I'm curious how that works. I'm guessing they would just like go in this side and like teleport to the other side or whatever, walk on by or some nonsense. Alright, so I think I got one more person to treat, and at that point we will complete this objective. Okay, you've leveled up.
Well, my goodness, aren't you keen? You've left your competitor firmly behind you, Galacticare.
Okay, so diagnosis for you. 5 regenerated natite. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff.
If you keep this pace, basically no one notable will have died in this disaster. You're doing wonderfully, Galacticare.
I'd rather thought we were done with all of this, Director, but it seems our client is calling you.
I hate to bother you again, but Salazar has caused something of an incident with our visiting dignitaries. It seems he was trying to copy some of your technology and, well, they've all ended up being flash frozen.
Lies and slander from the Cooper Space Witch. Dorian Salazar, polymath and business avocado, simply does not flash freeze incredibly important representatives of alien cultures. It's surely Galacticare who have...
Stop. Apologies for Mr. Salazar's conduct. He will be dealt with. Our remaining patients have been directed to your facility. Apply your superior technology to the resolution of their conditions. Victory is yours. We are leaving the system.
Galacticare, stop them! I'll never financially recover from this! I will not go down! I shall not!
I'll put our legal proceedings on hold, Director. Let's figure it all out once we've resolved this emergency.
I have questions. Apparently, like, an unknown voice lurking over top. Sure. Why not? Why not an eerie, weird voice? You already have an upgrade. Here's an upgrade for you. Here's an upgrade for you. Everyone has to go through diagnostics, so figure if we make all the diagnostic rooms faster, that's one less thing to worry about. I'm kind of just plunking these down so as many rooms as possible have upgrades, since they did just chuck a mountain of these things at me. That's a lounge, so that's not going to do anything. Alright. So those are all good.
An avalanche of hyper-frozen dignitaries, pilgrims, and tourists are incoming, Director. Let's show them that it is indeed hot in here. Take off all your clothes and so on. Apologies, Director.
Please never ever speak to me again. Hello,
Galactica.
So I'm gonna need a lot more projectile treatment things. So let's get the free teleporter. Let's get that. Let's get the bug processing thing. Because I got the money. We're gonna open up this location. And this is going to be the, we need all of the projectile treatment we can. So teleporter into this space. Immediately followed by, we'll just scooch on up here. The thing to stabilize people. The thing to prevent bugs from popping in.
It's me again.
Alright. So where are they? Is my assumption of what's about to happen.
It's begun, Director. They're here.
Is that we're gonna go, okay.
Hey, give me a hand here.
Finally dying.
You said an avalanche, this is 5.
Finally dying.
Okay. That's only 5. I was sitting here ready for like 20 of them to all pop in real fast and be like all ready to rock and roll. And it was like, nah, it's just 5, it's fine. Heck, a lot of the ways that means the space being available is hurting me. Okay. Yeah, like, honestly, there's no point in me building another one, because with 5 of them, by the time I build another one and get people there, it's already just resolved.
I hope you people don't slack off without Salazar on your heels. I don't want you getting comfortable.
Perish the thought, Miss Buck.
That's Chieftain Buck to you, holographic hallboy.
Of course. Yes. Several thousand apologies. Director, I should rather like to request installation of a physical jaw, so that I can chew glass rather than continue servicing this particular client.
Okay. I mean, it seemed like the two of you were super chill up until about 30 seconds ago. So that's certainly a turn.
Gratitude for helping my people, even through this sordid pageantry.
Not at all, good chap. It's what we do.
Please understand, Mother Buck is not an ideal ambassador for Kuba Bali spirituality. She was faithful once, but corrupted many of our sacred traditions after the Conclave elected her Chieftain of Tourism and Merchandising.
Well, certainly. That kind of power will do that to a person.
Good to see some perspiration, Galacticare! You must be cracking the whip behind that ponderous abbot, Brother Gumbo.
I require no incentive to adhere to my mission. Unlike certain faithless exovangelists.
Oh, heavens. Mary, do you ever worry you'll get caught up in a holy war?
I don't even know what that means.
Okay. I'm kind of waiting for the mission to end? Question mark?
Oh, aren't you amazing? Bless you, and bless the cycles for sending you to us. And the listing for the contract helped too, I guess.
Okay.
I always knew it'd be you. While you count your credits, I'm gonna scrape off some of this body oil. I can't have my office smelling like Salazar. Blessings of the stars upon you, Galacticare.
Well, I don't know about you, Director, but I feel significantly better about this whole thing. Some damn fine work you've done, I must say. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's vaguely concerned about the voice we heard. I actually wasn't aware Mr. Salazar had superiors. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge if we must. I'm sure our operation has nothing to be concerned about. For now, we can take a breather. Another contract satisfied and a competitor demolished. A rather good day on the job, actually. I wonder if I could get Mary to shuttle my mainframe down to Pirestone before we leave. Their springs are apparently quite beautiful. Not that I can swim, of course. Everyone would love to have you around for a while longer, Director, but it's understandable if you'd rather move on.
Keep going. Why does everyone in the universe undermine their own employees publicly rather than dealing with it internally? It's just the way people are. It's just the way people are. It's like, this could all be handled gracefully, or you can make it a huge public spectacle and then it all goes wrong. All right. So, what do we got going on here? So we've learned a whole bunch about a bunch of diseases. We did max out our knowledge on Ultra Burn. What's interesting is that a lot of these... Oh, we apparently don't know what 20 is. That's interesting. They skipped 20. I'm assuming one of the side areas could do that. So all the diseases we found have been danger level 1 and 2, I believe. Well, I guess technically there was a danger level 0 as well. My assumption is as we get down here, we're gonna get some proper, like, high danger level ones. We also have all the cosmetic stuff that we can unlock, like more food options, more decor options, that kind of stuff. You know, random plants and all that. Different vending machines. I've been not doing all this, and this is just stuff they give you. Like, some of them even actually cost 0. Server stack. The password is password. Excellent. Good password. I see nothing wrong with it. Let's figure whatever, let's go ahead and get those. Species-wise, we've so far got 7 different species recognized. I imagine we're going to get more. They've been giving us a species. Honestly, has it been every level? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've given us more than a species every level. So that's a whole thing. The consultants, we've got about a consultant every other mission, roughly. So that's been pretty good. We started only finally leveling them up now. I am noticing these ones started at 3. Ultra here started at 2. And then Twiggy started at 0. What does make me curious is that they have these personal goals they want to accomplish. Spend a total of 4 minutes in a spacious room. And this one wants to treat pain. Yeah, so they just have these things that just give them a bunch of XP. That's probably where I got my levels from. But yeah, so for those who didn't notice, we can actually carry our research over that we do about diseases. Whereas they have a bunch of research you can do in each map for like equipment and all that, but the equipment research is lost with each with each hospital. Now, granted, I can go back and continue the hospital, but basically, if I do the research for the equipment in this hospital, it stays in this hospital. And then they also have on top of the main like 10 or so chapters or whatever it is, they also have these side chapters that show up, and I have no idea how many of them. Man, I've actually been impressed with how long this game is. What is that icon even for? Oh, that just goes right back down. Okay, I understand. But considering a lot of the other games that are in this genre usually only have like 5 or 6 maps on a lot of them, like they're relatively short. So this one's been pretty impressive. What I'm gonna probably do here is, it is a little bit early, but the way I'm looking at it is with only about 20-ish minutes left before I normally wrap up for the night out of my 9-hour streams. I don't really want to start a whole new level. Just because we'll get like right in the door and be like, oh, time to go. So what I'm going to end up doing is going to end up wrapping a little bit early, but don't go anywhere because we are going to go raid someone. If you're overwatching on YouTube, the stream will abruptly end for you because there's no raiding there. But I'm going to go find someone for us to raid. And all that. For those who don't know, I do stream 6 days a week, every days but Thursdays, from 7 p.m. EST till 4 a.m. EST. And so